back to another episode of Big Bear Boxing Convo, episode number 79. The conversation I want to get into today, Showtime seemingly having no interest in signing Terence Crawford, and it's Devin Haney in the same type of situation. I'm going to break it all down in this video, so stay tuned. Also, please like, share, comment, and also subscribe and hit that notification bell.
Historically, what would you say to the question, though, regardless of who wins the Errol Spence or Dennis Ugas fight on April 16th, the other championship belt is around Terence Crawford's waist, the WBO title. He's unbeaten. He's a network and promotional free agent as things stand now. Does Showtime potentially want Terence Crawford business?
Sure. I mean, more importantly, we want to be in the big fight business. So part of the difficulties with some of these fights, as we just saw with Charlo Munguia, is differing business objectives and business parameters from different promoters and platforms. So with Crawford, you know, the network affiliation, the promoter.
Jake Paul was not on the list. Now I understand that these are high level, high end boxers, and Jake does a different thing. Fine, but still, give us an update. How did business go with Jake, and where do things stand today?
I thought he was a really interesting and positive addition to our portfolio.
So let's get right into it. You know how I do my videos. I break them down in 2 different rounds. So round 1 will be about why talent in the sport of boxing means absolutely nothing. And also in round 2, Terence Crawford and Devin Haney not being marketable enough. So let's get into round 1 with talent. So talent, man, talent should mean everything in the sport of boxing. People should respect talent. I blame it on the fans. I blame it on social media. I blame it on the networks. I blame it on the commentators. A lot of times they disrespect their own fighters, especially on the zone. Talent gets you absolutely nowhere in the sport of boxing. Devin Haney and Terence Crawford are the 2 most talented guys when it comes to the sport of boxing. But when you talk to some of these casual fans, they don't know. They just know they're looking at a big event. They don't. A lot of times they don't even know what they're looking at. A lot of times somebody may be watching it just to have something to do. And you know, they fight. You have to. I don't know. It's kind of strange for me because growing up watching boxing, I got to see some of the best classic fights. Not even understand what they was especially when I was really young. I was under 10 years old, and you know, as I got older, you start really paying attention to what you saw. And now that I'm, you know, a lot older, it's like, wow, like I got to see some really classic fights. Like talent always got you the biggest fights, but for some reason, Devin Haney and Terence Crawford, they could not get a big fight to save their lives. And the biggest fight that Terence Crawford has had, which is very sad. Well, it's not sad because I'm not going to take anything away from Sean Porter. That was a really good fight. They put on a magnificent display of boxing, and that's what it should be about. Talent fights. You know, two of the best talents fight each other. No matter what the issue is, you always work out those issues. Fighters, I feel like some fighters don't even get paid as much as they used to. They pick and choose who they want to promote. It becomes more about you know, network issues and how much we're gonna get paid. And anytime that you put, you know, anytime like when you're looking at a business, you put certain things over certain things, your business ain't gonna work out right. Say like you start making a lot more money in your business, that's good. That keeps the doors open. But if you forget about the people that got you there, which is the customers, that's where you start losing it. People, you know, they build a brand up and they forget how they got there because they want to add more. They want to kind of take out certain things to save money. And I feel like they do the fighters the same way. That's why talent would never mean nothing in the sport of boxing if it keeps going down the same road that it's been going down. I see it as very sad. I see a lot of casual fans. They have no idea what they're watching. They just watching an event. They want to just get online and say, hey, I know more about boxing than somebody else, and don't really know anything about the sport of boxing. Because Devin Haney, for one, he's really, really young. He should have a similar contract that JARON ENNIS have, but JARON ENNIS is going to become a bigger star than he is, and they about the same age. Devin Haney is getting smoked by. He's going to get smoked by Shakur Stevenson, and also he's going to get smoked. Definitely going to get smoked by Gervonta Tank Davis when it comes to you know, just where their talent outweighs everything. And also, just like I say, I'm gonna get more into marketability in the next round, but those guys are way more marketable than those guys because the current situation that Terence Crawford and Devin Haney is in. I paired these two guys together before about being iced out. I feel like they're still being iced out. I feel like some of these networks will not work with them. I feel like they have something against them. And like I say, it comes down to the fans. The more the fans pay for these trash fights and promote, like say, hey, Canelo, yeah, you fight Arthur Beterbiev or whoever. Those are trash fights, man. Let's just be honest. I want to see legacy fights, but let's get into round 2. So let's get into marketability. Terence Crawford and Devin Haney, are they marketable? I say they could be, but I think their current situations are killing them. Even it's crazy when you listen to the first clips. It kind of disgusts me. The way Steven Espinoza, the way he speaks and stuff like that. They're trying to say certain things to where it's not like super clear. But he's saying that we would love to make a fight with Terence Crawford, but I'm also in the fight of making big fights. Okay, big fights everybody gets paid. That's what you would think. But they saying that negotiations and all that other stuff may play a big part. I get negotiations and stuff like that, but it's been on record that Errol Spence has blamed himself for trying to give not make the fight 50-50. So if both guys agree on 50-50, and Terence Crawford has came out and say, hey, look, let's do 50-50 or nothing. That should be great news. But Steven Espinoza and Showtime Sports, they still seem like they do not want to make the fight for a certain amount of reasons. You can. That's what early promotions is before a fight. That's why you always have promotional tours before fights, so you can get the crowd into it. You can get the fighters in front of the crowd. Everybody cheers. They get to weigh in, to stare down, to talking trash. That's what gets the money going. Devin Haney, I think he's in the same type of situation as far as being a free agent. It should be easier to put him on different types of platforms. To be honest, I think when especially listening to those clips about Jake Paul, it's Jake. Come on, man. I got respect for Jake Paul. I like what he's doing, but he's a showman. He's a promoter. He knows how to make money. But when you say something, when you put Jake Paul in the same sentence as Terence Crawford and Devin Haney, it's not fair to the actual people that's been training for years and years and years. And other boxing channels has talked about this too. Like I said, I have nothing against Jake Paul, but I think when you start putting him in the same sentence as some of these great, like real fighters, some of these great boxers, I think it's unfair. I think when you say, hey, we're going to have a long-term relationship with Jake Paul, but then, Terence Crawford, Errol Spence fight, we really don't know. It's going to be some complications. And I wish I would have found, I did not find anything. I heard on another boxing channel as well that Devin Haney was included in that conversation, but I couldn't find the clip, and I don't really want to kind of include him because if I can't find it, I can't prove it. But especially with the fight that everybody want to see with Terence Crawford and Errol Spence, the fight should definitely happen. And I think that it's going to be a long road for that fight to happen. I think it's more complicated than what it should be. I think anytime that you have two talents, it should be very easy to market both guys. And I think that Terence Crawford and Devin Haney, even though they're free agents, they should be the most marketable because you don't have to worry about network issues. They can fight on any network they choose to. And then Steven Espinoza say, we still going to go down the road. We just signed, JARON ENNIS, which I believe that was a great signing. But then when you start talking about, I like what Jake Paul represents. So that lets me know that money outweighs talent. Money outweighs what they call marketability. How do they turn it around? What type of fights could they get to turn their careers around if they never get to land the big fights? Kambosos is running around with his belts, who knows where. And then Terence Crawford, the biggest fight to be made is with a guy that actually want to tangle with him, which is Errol Spence. Both guys, I think they can come to an agreement. So the marketability for Terence Crawford and Devin Haney is there. If I was in the fight game as far as being able to be a promoter, it'd be so easy to promote both of those guys. They don't have to cuss anybody out or do all this other stuff that's not them. it's easy to market talent. So you guys, let me know what you think about this topic down in the comments below. That's going to conclude another episode of Big Bear Boxing Combo, episode number 78. You guys, let me know what you think about this topic down in the comments below. If you want to see what I'm wearing, shopshotsy.com. Follow me on all social media platforms that I'm currently on. Links will be down in the descriptions below. Just want to thank you guys like I do each and every single video, but it's also important to make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe, and also hit that notification bell. It's very important for the growth of the channel, and it's gladly appreciated. With all that out of the way, thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of Big Bear Boxing Combo.